Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, following on from my favorite week, we are looking at heavy tanks, and my favorite heavy tank in World of Tanks Blitz, and that of course is the Action X. Yes, I'm going for the Action X because it is an all-round fantastic tank. Yes, it is a premium tank that has a lot going for this tank. Now, one thing I love about the tank is the camouflages. It has two legendary camouflages, the Morpho, which I just think looks fantastic, and the Resolute as well, which again also looks fantastic. It is a premium tank that comes for sale quite often. If I'm honest, it does come for sale quite often, and it's not that expensive when it does come. Now, the turret armor on this is 254 millimeters. You've got really good turret armor on this tank. You do have a hatch that is weak, but you can easily hide that hatch when you're using gun depression and you're on a ridge. The hull is 130 millimeters, and you've got 2,500 DPM. Now, I am running this with calibrated shells just to push the penetration up a little bit, because the reload, I mean, you don't lose too much DPM when you're running it with the calibrated shells. So you have 237 on your pen, on your AP pen, and 271 on your APCR pen, and you do 190 alpha and 160 on your APCR and 250 on your HE. Aim time is really good at 2.5, and the dispersion is really good at 0.290, and you do have 10 degrees of gun depression, and you're going 36 kilometers per hour as well. So all round fantastic little tank. So we have two battles just to showcase this tank, and honestly, this is one of my go-to tanks in tier 8 as well. I do have a few go-to tanks, but when it comes to heavy tanks, I do love the Action X, whether I'm playing it in, say, tournaments, whether I play it in ratings, or just normal game modes. This is one of my only go-to tanks in tier 8. There is a couple. I like the Scorpion G and stuff like that, tank destroyer wise, but heavy wise, I love this tank because, you know, we've all played tier 8. Tier 8 was the most popular, and probably is one of the most popular tanks in the game because of all the premiums, you know, the ISs, the IS5s, the IS6, all the 120 millimeter guns, and this is just different to them. You know, it's different to the standard usual tier 8 heavy tank premium, and with the rate of fire that this got, the reload that it's got, the armor profile that it's got on the turret, you will have fun. If you can get yourself on a ridge, you will have fun, and you will be able to bounce some shots, but you do have to be careful, because if you're not on a ridge, you can just get wiped out. You can literally be you're gonna get penetrated, so do bear that in mind, just like there from the waffle that we just took half of our hit points almost. But yeah, we're trying to bully this Cheesy here, and of course, because it has the low alpha gun, you do have to fire your gun more often to get that high damage games. So you will still finish sort of, it is quite easy to get the sort of around 2k damage or 2.5k damage quite comfortably in this tank. But you need to get yourself in the right position. If you can get yourself in the right position, you really can farm the enemy team, and you can sort of perma-track them. You can really bully the guys on the red team. So we have lost half our hit points. We're only on 800 hit points at the moment, but you can see there, if you are on a ridge, over a ridge, you will be able to get some bounces, as we've done there. So we've managed to block 910 damage in this game, which is more hit points than we've currently got. So it does come in handy getting the blocked damage, especially in this game. But again, you need to put yourself in the right situation to be able to get them bounces, and you've always got to remember that you do have the hatch on top that will be able to be penetrated, so do bear that in mind as well. Now, if you do have a tank with no armor, just like this Borzik here, again, if you use the HE with the reload, it's got 4.5 seconds on the reload, and that's without running the adrenaline. If you run the adrenaline, you're getting down to around 4 seconds, 3.8 seconds in fact. So yeah, you can really bully these guys, and you can see here the Borzik has just gave up because there's nothing he will be able to do. So we do take him out, and there's just an IS-6 left alive up there. We're just about to win on supremacy points. Can we get the kill? We get our last shot there, 2.8k damage, and again, that's not the best damage. That isn't the best of damage, but it was so easy to get that damage, and this is why I absolutely love this tank. Some people would say it's overpowered. Yeah, kind of. I wouldn't say it's completely overpowered, but it is a super strong tank. So moving on to the last game now, we are on Castilla, and we are up against tier 9s. Now this game kind of felt like I was in noob matchmaking. So what I'm going to do, because this tank is not bad at speed, I'm going to push down, and I do like to get into this position, but it can be very risky getting into this position, because these guys on the left here, if they push and you've got guys around here, you could get absolutely wrecked getting into this position. But if you can get into this position, either side of the map, you can get into either this position or the other side opposite here, but I really like getting into this position. So now you can see the AMX 5100, it is pushing, and before he even gets there, we're just gonna farm him. We're gonna absolutely farm him, and by the time he gets there, he's gonna lose quite a bit of hit points. He's gone on, we've actually lost a lot of hit points early on. In a minute and gone, we could actually die right now, but luckily we've bounced a shot, we've bounced 2 shots from this guy, and that has literally saved our life. We could have had the most noob game in this tank that I've ever had. We've literally got 567 hit points left, and there has only been a minute on the clock. So yeah, we've got to now go the rest of this game without losing any hit points. Now there's a couple of troll shots there against the AMX 5120, but again, with the best thing about this tank, because the reload is so short, it's not a massive issue if you do miss a couple of shots, because I mean, you haven't got a 13 or 15 second reload, you've got a 4 second reload. So it's not like you're waiting forever for the reload. You're waiting for 4.5 seconds. So because of that, it does give you the option to kind of sometimes snap your shots. If you want to try and get your shot off, you can snap them. And with the accuracy, I mean, this game at the minute is not being really good to me, but yeah, with the accuracy and aim time, again, we get a troll bounce there on the ST1. So we need to start focusing. We do need to start focusing. We are on 1 kill, but we are winning on tanks, and we're winning on supremacy points. So it is a 6 versus 5 at the moment. I'm going to ignore the ST for now, and of course I wanted to go for the AMX because he was the easier target, but now he's out of sight. I can just bully this guy. But again, because I'm on 500 hit points, I don't want to risk a shot from this guy, because if I do get shot, I will be a 1 shot from any tank on the battlefield. So I'm just playing it a little bit safe for now. There goes the Pantera, so I was just about to turn and try to deal with him, but there's no need to do that at the moment. But yeah, this game is kind of funny because I mean, the enemy wasn't the greatest, and I don't know how I'm going to end this game still alive. So the ST1 is still there. He can't really push, because look at the mini-map. My whole team are around this side of the map. They're not able to push, but none of my team are pushing either. There's literally a 6 versus 4, 6 tanks, and at the minute only 1 tank spotted, and that is the ST. I don't know why we're not pushing. I know a lot of my guys are lower hit points. I honestly don't know why we haven't started pushing the ST. We could just push forward now. There's 6 of us here and 4 tanks on the enemy team, so we could just push these guys, but no one wanted to push. And I'm like, come on guys, just move please. But then again, we don't need to push. We're winning on supremacy points. We've got almost 700 supremacy points, and I got a bit bored, so I'm the one that's going to be moving. I know there's a Borzik somewhere, so I'm going to come around the corner and look who's just sitting there. So I'm going to get a few juicy HE shots, and of course I'm going to spot him for my team to get the shots off as well. So he was literally full hit points, but because all my team are literally there, they've literally just ruined him. But he is still there, and I'm still a 1 shot to this guy. Now, this is when I was thinking, okay, my battle has now come to an end. This guy's got 3 shots. He does bounce the first shot. Surely he's not going to bounce the second shot. I'm going to back up just so to make it hard for this guy. And if he does come around the corner, my team will be there. So he does penetrate, and my team were there to keep me alive. So I did get very, very lucky there. So we're now on 1,000 blocked damage. There's the balls. I didn't want to stay there. I wanted to make the move. We get the shot, and of course my team are there for to cover me again. So that's the advantage of my team all being there. So now it is a 6 versus 2. We're just about to win on supremacy points, so I'm going to try and push forward to see if there's any more damage that we can do. And to be fair, my team did all right. Now they are making the move. There's just 1 tank left alive, and this guy's now got 6 tanks all coming at him. So I put myself in a good position. Yes, I did lose quite a lot of hit points early on, but I remained calm, I remained patient, and it really did pay off, because I did end up getting 3.8k damage. My team did keep me alive, so I did get lucky. I got 1800 assistant damage as well, and I got that mastery badge. So that is the Action X. Absolutely love this tank. It is one of my favorite premium tanks in the game. It's fun to play, and it is one of my go-to tanks in tier 8, just to have a bit of fun. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know what you think of the Action X. Is it one of your favorites as well? I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With